Hello, everyone. Today is Wednesday, May 18th, 2022 at 7:06 a.m. So I've been losing track of the day of the week or the date of the month. Sometimes I didn't even look at my phone um, beforehand. I didn't even look at the date or whatever. I just tried to guess. But after I start filming, the time is easy to see. Because you know how um sometimes with the time, the next minute, like say if you look at the time and it's 7:06, but then I start to press record, and then even like 2 or 3 seconds later, we'll hurry up and maybe turn 7:07. So that's why I do it like after I press record. I'll say, oh, what time it is or whatever. So I'm surprised that I got any sleep at all last night. And I had a little more sleep last night than I did the past maybe 2 or 3 nights. But I'm still feeling that sleep deprived feeling. I'm still feeling deprived. So, well, wow. So, my plan didn't work out. My plan didn't work out for me to try to get the interviews done. My plan didn't work out, man. So, but I'm thankful I was able to get, help with the hotel room and get help with the hotel room and get my clothes washed. And I will get a shower, I promise, and brush my teeth, before I get out of here. Because I smell myself stinking, I smell bad. So for people to make comments saying, oh, you stink, or for them to make comments, oh, you've been wearing the same clothes every day, what's wrong with you? You need to get it together and you're the problem. That's what somebody made a comment yesterday saying, oh, I noticed lately that you've been wearing the same. And I look on her page and she got footage of herself being targeted and come and perp me. And I'm like, what the hell is going on? So, I don't even know if those were old videos of her being targeted and now she's turned into a perp or what. I forgot the person's name. But then, I went to look at the people who she was subscribed to, and I'm like, well, she's following and subscribed to people who call themselves goddesses and tarot card readers and stuff like that. So I'm like, oh, well, I can't take you seriously. And I feel like, ooh, what a relief. I don't have to take you seriously. Because, because you're involved in the occult and New Age and stuff. But then you come and harass me, but you're supposed to be a target. So, that person came on my page and made a comment and said that, well, I noticed you've been wearing the same clothes every day. Like, for the past few days, you've been wearing the same clothes every day. And, you know, you need to get it together and you don't see that it's you who's the problem. And I was like, what the hell? And as I said, when I went to look on her page, I'm like, well, that's self-explanatory. So, but my explanation for for wearing the same clothes every day, yeah, being homeless on the streets, with no place to take a bath or anything. But those same people who try to talk about, oh, you're pathetic for begging for hotel and motel room and stuff, And then, when I'm in a hotel or a motel room, lately, I haven't been able to shower every day because when I try to take a shower, they squeeze my organs. Or I be just that much sleep deprived. Like last night, I wanted to take a shower or a bath or whatever. No, a shower so bad last night. But I was just, a few days of sleep deprived. And then suffering depression as a result of the online bullying and gang stalking and sabotage that bleeds into my personal real life. So, you know, I got my clothes washed. It doesn't take much effort to do that. I mean, just a small little handful of clothes, you know. Well, actually 3 days worth of clothes, but 2 days worth of clothes got washed, but I'm wearing this little dress that it can be easy to hand wash, but I was too tired to even do that. So I'm thankful and glad I was able to get my couple of little clothes washed. So yeah, I've been getting. I mean, other targeted individuals, they don't really get harassed online like I do. You know, Chief Handler, he harasses anybody who hashtags targeted individuals. And so, you know, but I mean, I see him commenting on other people's channel, and then I hurry up and block him before he can get around to me. So, Chief Handler, he was the one who got my first PsychWorld channel, that first YouTube strike on a channel. He was the first one or two reasons. And I felt like I hate this motherfucking bastard. So, I be trying to, because it's like he made a harassing comment on my channel, and I cussed him out or told him off or something, and that's when, he got my channel strike. You coming on my page bullying and harassing me, So I make sure that I try to get whatever new fake, I just block Chief Handler before he can come around to me. So, but they used to have a lot of other fake agents harassing targeted individuals back in 2019 and 2020. But they still had that other perp that calls himself G Stalker for Hire. And that's the bastard that told me, oh, we eat cake 365 days a year. Why don't you come and join us? On my birthday. And I'm like, no, you ruined my... I mean, he also ruined my birthday in, 2020. When he tried to tell me that. And I'm like, you only try to recruit me on my birthday? So, they make sure I have a bad birthday every year. And then my twin sister, yeah, I'm going to say it, ignore me every year for our birthday, or pick an argument with me, or pick a fight with me on purpose for an excuse to justify not being in contact with me for our birthday and stuff. So, it's really crazy, with this gang stalking thing, So, anyway, I noticed that yesterday on one of my videos, the video with the perps with the back window being missing, and the guy I didn't get to catch him running, but I saw him hurry up and run out of the hotel building, he ran out of the front office lobby and hurry up and got in the car as soon as I approached their car. And wasn't trying to get to their car, I was trying to get to the lobby. But the guy, why would he hurry up and run? He hurried up and ran and got in the passenger side of the car. And then the female, she was wearing red and she drove off. And they had like the back window missing in that car. And it seemed like it was wrecked both front and back, or just all kinds of messed up. I wouldn't want to drive a car like that. When it rains, how the hell do they have protection against their doggone car? I worry about that with Jeeps too. Like, if they have a Jeep how does a Jeep get protected? A Jeep with no top get protected. Or else they have, like, some covering or something. I don't know. But I was always bothered by that with Jeeps. Well, I never owned a Jeep or had one, so I guess it don't matter to me. But I never really liked Jeeps anyway. Well, I don't hate Jeeps, but I just never really cared for them, you know. So but yeah, I noticed that that video with the car out the back window, I had 14 thumbs up, and then later on I came and they reduced it to 11. So it's like these bastards, they're trying to suppress the truth getting out, and trying to manipulate my emotions as well. And then the first video with Miss Annie, that had like between 3 and 5 thumbs out. I mean, between 3 and 5 thumbs up or something like that. Then later on, this morning, I realized it was only 2 thumbs up, or maybe 1 or something like that. So I don't know if it's perps themselves manipulate, like if they give me thumbs up and then to manipulate, they take the thumbs up away just to mess with me, or if there are genuine people giving me thumbs up and they have like other perps that if they deactivate other people's thumbs up off my channel, or I'm not sure how it goes. But all I know is the thumbs up and thumbs down is being manipulated. And, the thumbs up helps me feel validated. And it helps me feel relief that people believe that I'm telling the truth. Like, I feel like, when people give me thumbs up, that means I believe you. Or I feel compassion on what you're going, I understand what you're going through. Even if they may not be able to comment, So, and I don't even ask all the time, well, hey, make sure you give me a thumbs up. And they have people with nearly 1 million subscribers, and it's okay for them to be like, give me a thumbs up. And, but then, I don't even ask for thumbs up, but the online perps, they're jealous and talk about, oh yeah, look at her being thirsty for likes or greedy for likes and stuff like that, And I don't even beg for thumbs up on every video. I really don't, because they already thumbs down all my videos. And they're angry that some people may be, even if there's a few people starting to believe me and see the truth and see, like, if they have not that many people, but it's always like that, where it's very few people who see the truth and see the light of what's really going on. So, they got people who are trying to tell me, why don't you try to make a truce with Trisha and, work things out. There's no working things out with the perp. Or why don't you work things out with your twin sister and stuff like that. There's no working things out with the perp. It's like you got to just stay far away from them, and also, it's going to take time to heal and try to forgive them in your heart, it's going to take time to heal and forgive them in your heart for yourself and for God, and if you're a Christian, for your salvation and stuff. But it seems like you got to process and heal through the trauma first, and then before you end up forgiving that person, or if what they did didn't affect you anymore, even though what they did was wrong and doggone criminal. Gang stalking activity is criminal. So there's no working things. I mean, and I didn't even know Trisha that well, So I'm just never accepting anyone's offers to come live with them. I never accept. I don't care how legit you say you are. As another targeted individual, I'm just not accepting anybody's offers anymore to come stay by them. So and nobody wants to. People, it's like people act like as if Trisha had my best interest at heart and was trying to help and stuff like that. And I know what went on there. Y'all weren't there. But it's like the liar and manipulator always gets believed. The ones telling the truth and the ones being bullied and abused, nobody believes them. I mean, even in as far back as elementary school, a kid bullying me and then lie on me, and and then they get fake witnesses to lie for them and defend them. The bullies, y'all know how it is. If a bully just randomly walk up to you and slap you in the face and take your lunch money, you know, if they slap you in the face and take your lunch money and then walk off, and then a whole bunch of flying monkeys, children, they'll lie and say that they'll reverse it on me and lie and say that, I slapped him in the face and took his money. And that's a doggone boy, for an example. A much bigger boy, like if this is just an example. This didn't truly happen. But say if I was that little teeny tiny first grader and they had that oversized, tall, big fifth grade boy. For example, y'all know how it is, So, but nowadays, they have people. I'm 38 years old, and people in their 20s bullying me. I'm 38 years old. Even teenagers gang stalk and bully me. In certain situations, like dealing with workplace mobbing, and if I have to work with 15, 16, 17, 18-year-olds, and if they try to be narcissistic, bossy, gang stalking bullies and perps and gaslighting me and stuff like that, and think they're more mature and smarter than me. I mean, I can have children that's offspring that's older than them. I'm almost 40. I'm going to be 39 this year. Actually, in a little over 3 months, I'm going to be 39. And not be allowed to or able to celebrate with my twin sister, or, even just call over the phone and have a nice little talk or nothing. And if people are gang stalking me that day, my twin sister would not want to hear, or we would get into an argument if I told her, well, the gang stalkers did this to me today. I wouldn't be allowed to talk about it. And she would try to pretend to be, or if we got along, she would try to pretend to be fake nice and have like a fake nice way of treating me like a retarded baby, a retarded mental patient baby or something. Like one time, I think I was in that domestic violence shelter years ago when I was raped by Giovanni, or was I already in Los Angeles or somewhere? It was after I found out the truth and, broke away from psychiatry and the mental health system. Somewhere around there. But then one time I think I talked to her, and, or was it before then? I don't remember. I do remember just having a phone conversation with her one of those times. Or maybe it was before I found out the truth and was trying to break away, or I don't remember. But it was sometime years ago. And my twin sister, treated me like a retarded baby in a fake nice way by trying to say, oh, well, that's good that you're taking your medicine. But I mean, like, how you going to treat me like a mental patient and call me crazy, schizophrenic, and everything? You calling me all these names, but then you see a psychiatrist and take medicine for mental problems yourself. But, people impose their beliefs about how you should be forced to see a psychiatrist and take medicine. And the online perps, they make it like as if it's such strong urgency that I need to get medicated real fast. And medicated equals poisoned. And then you're really going to have problems with me being lazy and greedy. I've been like sleep deprived and exhausted. And I don't even eat that much. Like yesterday, I hardly was able to almost eat all the my dinner. But, when I would be on those psychiatric medications, I would eat so much that I would go back for seconds and stuff like that. When I'm not on those psych medications, I can just eat a normal meal and be fine. But when I'm on those psych medications, I find myself, eating the same junk food along with the psych medications. Like, eat a Big Mac, like back then, eat a supersized Big Mac meal, plus caramel sundae with nuts. Or eat eat 2 quarter pounders Eat two quarter pounders and a drink and cause that back then I didn't really like fries, so I would get two quarter pounders and a drink and a caramel sundae with nuts, and then 30 minutes later I'm weak and shaky and hungry all over again. But now I can eat not two bowls of cereal, but just one bowl of frosted shredded wheat and maybe some applesauce on the side and be held over for hours. So it's a big difference. It's a big difference, but I believe that I'm still overweight nowadays is because some people were saying that the mercury fillings in my mouth is one of the things that's keeping me obese. And then it's sleep deprivation. I heard that it makes it harder to lose weight also. Even if you, not even overeating. They said and I heard that the gang stalking, I heard that they use directed energy weapons to leach your body of magnesium and raise your cortisol levels high and keep you sleep deprived and stuff like that. But I'm glad it's quiet this morning. I'm thankful it's quiet this morning. And so many people now are telling me, Candy, you need to get you a car. I feel like, if I had a car, I say all the time, well, if I had help with a way to get a car, if I had help with a way to get a car, then that can open up the opportunity for so many more it can open up so many more job opportunities. And then, I can be working on my own. And I can be doing, Instacart, DoorDash, or maybe, I cannot, due to my hypersensitivity and this gang stalking, I cannot allow myself to be a people person. I'm a loner, so I have to ride solo by myself, just go and do like personal delivery, or even if it's Amazon Flex, or I think it would be fun to do something like delivering packages. I think I would like delivering packages rather than delivering food. Or, if I can have my own little LLC or my own little independent business, but I have to have housing first before I can get my own LLC, my own business. And, if I can have like an errand service or something. But, it would be hard because people already don't want to support me trying to have my own little thing, side hustle with the short stories and stuff. I wrote a short story yesterday on my blog and Ko-fi. And but that's attempted, side hustle for me, So it's a side hustle for me. So the gang stalkers, they like to go one by one and tell everybody not to support me or not to believe me about my targeting. And then they want me forced homeless on the streets with no food. And then, they tell, now if I was skinny as hell and wasn't eating much, they would bully and pick on me and say that your skinny ass need to eat or something like that. It would be the reverse of people calling me fat and greedy. If I wasn't eating, they would tell me I need to eat. Or they would pretend like it's such an emergency to try to get Candy some food. But I'm kind of scared, I know that very shortly I'm going to have to go and take a shower. And I'm going to have to take a shower and brush my teeth and wash my hair. I usually wash my hair just about every time I take a shower or a bath. And I wish I had help with another night. I wish I had help with another night to stay here. But if I were to have help, I would have to have like another help with another at least about $120. $120 for another night, and it would have to be before 11 o'clock. But I don't think I can get help with enough money that quick. So it looks like from the way things look, I'm gonna have to pack up and be back on the streets to be abused and tormented and eaten up by flies, ants, mosquitoes, and who knows what else. Those no-see-ums, what they call them, that these almost invisible but beige insects that mainly early in the morning on humid days. That's when they'll come, and they bite. They feel worse pain than mosquitoes and fire ants. But it seems like the pain goes away the pain and swelling goes away after a while. But you see my face swelling, like my nose was all swollen and everything. So I wish I could have just rest here longer. Trying to get me some more sleep. But it doesn't look, from the time constraints, it doesn't look like I'll have to get any, I'll get to get any sleep. And so, I really hate, I may have interviews, but it does really no guarantee that I would get hired. But at least I'm putting forth effort. But because of what happened yesterday and today, in the time constraints today, it looks like as if I might have to because of the gang stalking and setups and sabotage what they did. I might have to be forced to I don't know if they will allow me to postpone, but if I postpone more than once, they're gonna think that I'm the one who's playing games, and I'm not. I really not. So it's really difficult, and it's really difficult, and if I was, I don't even know if I can get a way to get back to that $365 motel. But I might have to start fresh. I might have to just suffer on the streets for the rest of this month, or if I can get luck or get help, with hotel and motel. More like hotel room, but it's more expensive and it's hard, And I already told y'all what happened at Hospitality Inn with Miss Annie. That could have been the best deal right there. That could have been the best deal right there. I even asked at this hotel, I tried to ask for job opportunities. They told me, oh, you're a day late. We just hired the last girl yesterday. So, and then a couple of other places I asked for, too. But, like even when I had the janitorial jobs, I felt like it was torture and torment and punishment for me to be homeless on the streets and sleep deprived, get no sleep at night, and then get up and go to work at 6 o'clock or 7 o'clock in the morning on the weekend and have to bust my ass and work super hard at Seville Quarter. I don't even, y'all will have to experience it for yourselves and y'all wouldn't like it to be forced sleep deprived. But it seemed like, as I said, on Twitter, there were a few other targeted individuals who reporting that they were being attacked so bad that they feared for their lives and feel like they don't have much longer to live. But I'm personally feel like the gang stalking network is trying to do me in because they were mad that I rejected their sellout offers. Everybody was trying to get me. Not everybody, but a lot of people were trying to get me. And as I said, they won't even allow me to get a job unless I submit to them. They won't allow me to have a breath of air unless they beat me into submission. So Trisha was the slickest one out of all of them. And then people want to glorify and treat her as a TI and say, well, we TIs need to get along together. I'm warning y'all, I'm telling y'all, she's a perp pretending to be targeted. And then when she joined in a live stream that Friday, she's like, ooh, I was the only real TI in your video. I mean, in your live stream, I was the only real TI. And she was the one she voluntarily jumped in and joined in. But no, if she was a perp, then everybody else was a perp. But she tried to make like she was the only actual TI in the live stream chat, and everybody else was a perp. But she was a damn perp too, pretending. So they have some stuff I wish I could say or wish I could talk about, some other stuff or additional stuff, but I don't want to open up a bigger can of worms. So I have to keep things quiet on the other issue that I wish people could know so bad, you know. So, I mean, I'm traumatized and still dealing with the effects of this. So, I mean, as I said, I don't even know if I can get back to that $365 motel. And so if they had other motels that were $60 a night, 60 times 7 is 420. But I mean, that place was at Hospitality Inn was $275 a week. I mean, $275 for the first 7 days, and then after that, you were able to pay $39.03 in 3-day increments. Would be like $117.09 every 3 days. And if I could have got a job and worked, but as I said, now I'm forced to live somewhere more expensive. Or be forced homeless on the streets, and it's like they're blocking me from working. And people are trying to. I mean, I've tried. I already explained yesterday about the Catholic Charities or Saint Vincent de Paul, all these other so-called fake charities. And and it's like that campground is so far away. And I don't have the money at the moment. I don't have the money for a tent. And what if it rains? So, and I wouldn't know where to go use the bathroom or where can I go to shower up and stuff. I never in my life stayed on a campground before. And so if I was on a campground, how would I get food to eat? It would be confusing for a DoorDash or something, and I wouldn't know that if I had to leave my tent, if somebody would come and steal my stuff, or I don't know if any other perps would come and steal my stuff or something like that. Or yeah, I mean, it's just so I hate to be forced in this predicament. And it's like so many challenges and hindrances and hurdles, to stop and prevent me from getting on with my life. But the best thing I know how to do and that I'm trying is my short stories. I'm trying with my short stories. So I mean, I also noticed that, after dealing with Trisha, I lost so many subscribers. But now, as of between the last 2 days, it seems like as if my subscribers are starting to kind of grow a little rapidly. But then I noticed not increased thumbs up, but more increased thumbs down. So it's like a lot of my YouTube subscribers is jealous, obsessed, gang stalking haters who just want me to destroy it at all costs. Your enemies don't care about you getting help. And they know that psychiatry and the mental health system is weaponized. They use it as a weapon to destroy and punish. And they call you mentally sick and ill or unwell. And when they say you need help, mean you need to be controlled and punished. And you have no freedom or rights, and all your rights are stripped from you with the mental health system. And then they'll gladly, narcissistically, brag in your face that you have no rights. You have no freedom. And they will taunt and harass you, bragging about how you don't have rights. And then, they say psychiatric stigma follows you everywhere you go for the rest of your life. And basically, there's no reversing. And sometimes, excuse me, being in a foster care system and being human trafficked sets that stage. So, they have some people who, on other aspects of social media, they speak out against CPS and the foster care system. But if I tell them about gang stalking being a part of it, they block me. So if they want to talk about CPS corruption in the foster care system, and then I think my twin sister tried to, when I did a video talking about the foster care system recently and wanted people to tell their experience, my twin sister did a fake follow-up video trying to discredit and debunk me when she has not done her research. And she tried to protect and defend the fake foster mom. And it's like, wow, you still got Stockholm Syndrome. I broke away from the Stockholm Syndrome and blindly and unknowingly worshiping the doggone foster mom. So after I found out the truth, and I figured she was the one who strongly put me into the gang stalking program, I feel like I do not respect that lady anymore. So I mean, damn. So I hate to have to be back on the streets today. And on the streets, I mean, if I'm on the streets, me being on the streets, I end up, if I'm on the streets, I end up, like street homeless. It's harder for me to even panhandle $20 in 8 hours. And I can be panhandling all day and get almost nothing until at the last minute when I on the verge of giving up hope and wanting to give up. That's when at the last minute somebody will swoop in and donate me $20. So yesterday after I ate lunch, I went to the frozen yogurt place, and the lady was nice enough that she paid for my yogurt, plus with the rest of the $20, she let me keep the rest of the change. And I'm like, well, that helped make my day. And people donated to me, that helped too, you know. And so I'm glad it took a wrestle and a hurdle and stuff, but I finally doggone made it. And I almost was going to give up and have to, and so somebody asked me, so, even though you got some donations, you might have to end up back on the streets. Sleep back on the streets again tonight. I said, well, that's what it's looking like. You know, but I'm thankful and glad to have gotten to, get clothes washed and get dinner to eat. And I don't care if they had a whole bunch of restaurants and stuff nearby. I already know I had a lot of videos yesterday. And I had a lot of videos yesterday. And the perps had time to watch each and every one of them. You know, they're my biggest fans. My doggone perps are my fans. Fans and haters at the same time. So, I could have just walked across the street and got me, some food. But I felt like, okay, I'm tired, exhausted, sleep deprived, and my body can't go no more. My mind can't go no more. I thought I was gonna have a nervous breakdown or like, or a mental breakdown or something. I almost thought, I don't know. But, my body and my mind couldn't take it anymore. I doing all this running around with days of no sleep. And so then, so I picked a place where it would be close by and, close by and no delivery, free delivery, So, of course, you had to pay taxes and fees and stuff, but it's like I was so tired. But I'm glad that the DoorDash driver, it was her and a couple people in the car. I'm glad they just dropped me off my food and they were nice and respectful and didn't seem like a perp. But I think it was part of the gang stalking that the baked potato that they served me from the restaurant was burnt. And I couldn't even eat it all. That was part of the gang stalking. And how is it they give me a baked potato that the potato and the toppings wasn't all that hot and it was a little bit cold and your ass, the doggone place is just across the street. So it didn't seem like I had to wait too long. But how is it possible that my food wasn't that hot yesterday? So, but I felt like, well, if the potato wasn't burnt, and if the potato wasn't burnt, and the toppings were hotter, I felt like that would have tasted so good. It would have been. I would have enjoyed it better. But it's something that if I had my own place, I could have made something like that I could have made something like that myself. And as I said, it was really good. But yesterday for lunch I had a Reuben sandwich, and Reuben sandwich and a soup. It was so good. It was like a seafood soup. And for breakfast I had a cinnamon roll and but the breakfast costed how much? I don't remember. But it was a cinnamon roll, some orange juice, and it was a bowl of grits, bacon, and an egg. And they raised the prices on the food and stuff too. Like certain food at restaurants would go up like $1 or $2. That the other day with the $5 plate of food, they raised it up to $6. And the Asian girl at the mall, she tried to confuse me. Because I asked her, about the $5 plate. She said, yeah, she tried to cheat me and try to give me a smaller plate. And I'm like, no, I was trying to get the $5 plate with the 2 sides and 1 meat. not one side and one meat. What I usually get, but a smaller portion. And so then, um, she tried to ring me up, and she said, "Okay, I'm gonna give you the $5 deal." And then it's with tax and everything says $6.44. And I said, "Well, how the hell is it 6.44 if it's $5? How's it 6.44?" She said, "Oh, well, tax." I said, "It ain't gonna." I'm like, $1.44 extra for tax. She's like, and then the gay guy, he was like, "Oh no, it's it's." He's like, "Oh no, they raised it up $1." Oh, I'm like, "Oh, thank you for telling me that." Because she was really trying to, and that's how I end up getting into arguments with people. Because in New Orleans, at my hometown, this place called Melba's, they gang stalked me really heavy. And the manager, I had an interview, and the manager asked me all these personal nosy questions and didn't even hire me. But I think that was before I caught on to and found out that I was being gang stalked. But their restaurant had a whole breakfast for 99 cents plus tax. That should be like $1.08 in New Orleans. But what they did was they tried to tell me that it was $1.35. And I'm like, well, how's that possible? If something is 99 cents, it's not going to be $1.30 something with tax and stuff. So they try to play games and argument with me about that. And what the manager did, like, he was a white male manager at Melba's in New Orleans on Elysian Fields. So and I feel bad because the food is so good, but that's my hometown, New Orleans. But I feel like I don't want to support that business really anymore after what he did. And then he I'm college educated. I told him I graduated